Welcome back. Today we're rolling out the wild story of the United States. It's not just boring textbooks and dusty old statues. It's about bold moves, heated fights, big dreams, and yes, some epic fails. Let's see how a country that started with a few rowdy colonies turned into the powerhouse it is today. It all kicks off in 1776. 13 colonies say, "We're out," to British rule and sign the Declaration of Independence. A bunch of folks in wigs then fight the Revolutionary War. The big idea: governments should answer to the people, not kings. They win. Then, they almost mess it up. The Articles of Confederation, not great. Basically, it's a group project with no leader. So, back to the drawing board. In 1787, the Constitution is born. George Washington, the original "Can I go home yet?" president, sets the tone for future leaders, peaceful transitions, civilian control of the military, and yes, no king stuff. Thomas Jefferson swings a giant real estate deal in 1803, the Louisiana Purchase. The U.S. doubles overnight. If only buying a house were that easy. The 1800s hit fast. The War of 1812 makes the U.S. flex a little muscle and feel a bit more like a country. But slavery's a growing crack in the foundation. The Missouri Compromise tries to patch things up. It doesn't work for long. Factories pop up everywhere. The Industrial Revolution means new jobs, but tough times too. More democracy, but Jackson pushes Native Americans from their land, one of the ugliest chapters. The U.S. grabs land from Mexico, stirring up even more trouble over slavery. Day 1, Abraham Lincoln wins the presidency. Southern states bail, the country splits. Cue the Civil War, the bloodiest fight in U.S. history. The nation stays whole, and slavery ends, at least on paper. Lincoln issues the Emancipation Proclamation, flipping the war into a fight for freedom. After the war, the South gets remade during Reconstruction. Laws get passed for civil rights, but racism keeps digging in. Jim Crow starts tightening its grip. By the late 1800s, new inventions and the completed transcontinental railroad push growth at breakneck speed. Millionaires pop up, but regular folks struggle. Labor strikes, protests, and calls for reform fill the streets. America picks a fight with Spain in 1898 and steps onto the world stage. Women finally win the right to vote by 1920. When World War I ends, the U.S. feels powerful, but soon wants to keep its distance from global drama. The Roaring Twenties live up to the hype: jazz, parties, and wild change everywhere. But the Great Depression slams the brakes. The stock market tanks, people lose everything, and the government scrambles to help. Franklin D. Roosevelt rolls out the New Deal: more jobs, more safety nets, and a bigger federal government. Then, World War II changes everything. Pearl Harbor drags the U.S. in, and soon, it's leading the fight against fascism. The war ends, but the results are both triumph and tragedy. The Holocaust, the atomic bomb, and a new outlook on America's place in the world. The Cold War heats up: U.S. versus Soviet Union, spies, space rockets, nuclear tension. Americans land on the moon, and the world watches. Civil rights fighters like Martin Luther King Jr. challenge segregation. Progress is hard fought, but real. The 1960s and 70s bring protests, war, Vietnam, and movement after movement: women, environment, peace, and more. Then Watergate shocks the country. Trust in government takes a dive. The economy slumps. The hostage crisis in Iran shakes confidence. And people wonder if America's best days are behind it. Enter the 1980s. Ronald Reagan pumps up national pride, and the Cold War ends. Suddenly, the U.S. stands alone at the top. New technology explodes. Computers and the internet connect everyone. Everything moves faster, even arguments. Terror hits home on September 11th, 2001. The war on terror and new security laws reshape life everywhere. In 2008, Barack Obama is elected, making history. But banks crash, money gets tight, and politics keep dividing people. The 2020 pandemic shakes the country, forcing everyone to rethink normal. After 250 years, the United States looks a lot different. Bigger, louder, and more complicated than ever. Freedom, equality, and the pursuit of happiness. Still the goal, still not easy. The story's messy, brave, and unfinished. The country keeps learning, fighting, and yes, still arguing about everything. So, what's next? That's up to all of us. The past has lessons for the future, and every new challenge is another plot twist in America's story. If you enjoyed this fast lane tour through American history, share your favorite era in the comments. See you in the next video.